Well, usually do my pepper reviews or showing my pepper grow setup, but I got a toy here I've had for a few months. God, I can't speak English. That I'd like to do a quick little review on. Branson 2610H tractor. Yeah, I'm doing this review actually because I've seen so few reviews on these online. So the story behind me getting this is that my driveway is on a hill. And where I live, it gets quite icy in the wintertime, especially if we have a freeze-thaw spell. The driveway gets a lot of slush and water running down it, and then it freezes back up, and that turns into a downhill ice rink. And unfortunately, on one of those occasions, or this past winter, my wife ended up, because of that, sustaining a pretty serious head injury. So where I work at, they have equipment that runs around in the wintertime and scratches the ice for traction. The R-Max there is what I've been using for plowing the driveway. It just doesn't have enough weight behind it to actually scratch ice. So, bought the tractor. I got a few attachments for it. I got a box blade, a landscape rake, backhoe attachment, and a grading plane. And I originally bought it with the backhoe and the box blade, and the rippers on the box blade are what do the job for scarification of the ice in the wintertime. And it does really well. Makes a huge difference on our driveway. These are built by a South Korean company called Kukje Machinery. It's Branson, U.S. has its headquarters somewhere out of Georgia and everything. And it's a real basic machine. It works well. It's 25, 26 horsepower. Got about 125 hours on it. Went ahead and put one of these Pat's quick hitches on it as well. Those things work really nice. They are a lifesaver. Or not so much a lifesaver, but they make life a lot easier for hooking up your 3-point implements, by far from doing it the manual way. It works well, runs well. I've actually ran quite a bit of equipment over the years. It's definitely not what I would consider an industrial grade piece of equipment, more like a consumer or prosumer, however you want to term that. But it works well. It runs really well. It does a lot of work and everything. At least it has for me. And really ran without a hitch. It's pretty basic. The hydraulics right here, this hydraulic valve body and everything is, it's not fancy. It's definitely no John Deere or Kubota with all nicely formed plastic and right here next to the operator seat or anything. But it works well. The only complaint I have about the hydraulics on it is the dump cycle on the bucket. I would really like it to be a little bit hydraulically faster. That's something that could probably be remedied. I know with some forklifts I've ran in the past, there's actually a limiting, lack of better terms, washer that they put into the hydraulic circuit to limit the flow going through. So I'll have to do some research if that's something I'm really needing or wanting to look into. Yeah, for the backhoe, it's got the whole under chassis mounting system and everything. About the one thing I don't like about the backhoe system, and the backhoe works really well on it, is the hoses for the Power Beyond are just kind of out there. And you can see I got the thing hung up on a tree and got out the chainsaw, and the chainsaw got a little bit too close to it, but it didn't Didn't get the hose. It just got the casing on the outside of it, the cloth fabric and everything. But I'll need to do something about that just hanging out there. It'd be nice to see them when they put together their kit, I guess you could call it, and everything for the backhoe from Branson, to actually have some sort of a mount up here to plug things into, tidy this up, and then when the backhoe is actually attached to it, they're just kind of laying there. I end up taking zip ties and propping them up and everything. But yeah, it works really well. Like I said, before I bought this thing, I was looking on YouTube for reviews on them, and there's really not a lot out there at all. There's some of the other Branson models there are, but not this one in particular. And like I said, I mean, it's ran without a hitch. Let's see, let me turn the key on, see if you can. So there's how many hours I have on it right now, 127.5. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it and everything, like to come up with a set of pallet forks for the front end of it. I think that'd be something I could definitely utilize on my property. Oh, by the way, yeah, here's the rest of the stuff in my garage. I need to build another shed. I already got a 20 by 24 shed and everything that's packed full of stuff like this. But yeah, like I said, these things, it works really well. It's not the biggest of, obviously, of tractors. And there just wasn't a lot of consumer reviews, I could say, on YouTube. But yeah, I've ran the crap out of it. There's been quite a few 10, 12-hour days running around my property and everything. And I did the 50-hour service on it. It's servicing. It takes part of a day and everything to do, but it's nothing difficult. It's nothing anybody with just even a basic mechanical knowledge and some really simple tools can't do themselves. It's real simple, real basic, and yeah. So let me know in the comments, what your feelings on Branson are. It's kind of one of those, I guess you could say, more of an off-brand tractor and everything, but I really like it. It works well. It's not as polished and refined of product as a John Deere or a Kubota. But yeah, another one of the reasons why I got this, aside from, the big thing on it is just availability. Stuff like this is just, if the dealer has it, you better grab it. Oh, and this is like the same tractors. I think it's the Bad Boy 3610. Don't quote me on it. Yeah, it's like the exact same tractor, just badged differently. So, yeah, that's the newest addition to my garage. It shares a bunch of space with the R-Max and the FZ09, the FZ07, and then the old Yamaha VK540 over there. So, let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you got any questions if you're looking at one of these, on any sort of opinions and everything. I'm not like some sort of tractor expert, but yeah, this thing works pretty good. Yeah, share, like, subscribe. Check out the pepper videos too. Don't forget about them. And we'll talk to you later.